20 past 7 on Castle Rock, and that's Harvest Home from the album The Crossing from Big Country, and it's my pleasure to say welcome to Bruce Stewart, Tony Hannity, Mark of the band, live here in Trent Towers.
Hello.
Fellas,
hello.
Well, the certain success that you've had means that not only more people listening to you, but watching you. You've got a film crew with you tonight. What exactly are they doing around here?
What it is it's the Channel 4 crew who are with us. We're doing an hour special. And what it is to show the basics and what goes on actually behind the scenes on a tour, and why it does cost the amount of money it does to get in, right from record company level right through to the group.
Well, here we are, the lads. This is us at Phonogram. We're now actually going into the A&R department here to see our A&R guy, Chris Briggs. Chris is actually the guy who signed us up, and it's him that puts the money up for us going on tour. In other words, he's the man who puts the record company's money where our mouths are.
Hello there, Chris. Chris Briggs, head of A&R, Phonogram Records. It's generally considered that A&R people are sort of run record companies. Can you sort of explain what your job's about?
Well, you want me to explain what an A&R man does?
Yes.
In shortest answers, I'm involved in every aspect of the group's career up until the point where salespeople get involved. So I will probably have found the group, be involved with making the record, work with the manager, the creative end of it without wishing to sound too pretentious about it.
So what part do you play in the setting up of a tour like yours?
I suppose in a way, it depends at what stage the band are at. I mean, at the very early stages, I suppose I'm like the bank. You know, is that you get paid at the end of a tour, and it costs a certain amount of money to set it up. You have to pay PA companies in advance and trucking companies in advance. And I sort of lend the group the money, you know, in varying proportions, so they can go on the road until they can, you know, until they can earn it.
Well, Ian Grant, our manager, can you explain your job, please?
In one line, one sentence. My job is to oversee the everybody that works for the band, be it the record company, be it the crew that we take on, etc., etc., and to further your career. Make you very successful and lots of money, as they say.
Who makes the decisions about setting up a tour of this sort of stature up, especially so far in advance?
I guess I make the decision at the end of the day, but in cooperation with Chris Briggs, Bob Fisher in marketing, and the man that books it, John Giddings. I mean, I have to go by his guidance a lot of the time because he knows how the market is, he knows how other acts are doing.
Well, this is John Giddings, our agent, and can you tell us what part you play in the tour?
Well, basically what I do for you is organise the routing of your gigs around the world. I mean, what we do is sit down between the management, record company and agency and decide to coincide with your record releases in which countries you're going to play at any given time and how many shows you're going to play and what also, more importantly, what level of show you're going to play. Whether it's going to be a club or a concert hall, obviously.
So the level of shows decided between yourself and Ian, say?
Well, it's decided on the basis of how well we think the product is going to do, because we have to predict it ahead. We can't tell 3 months ahead that your single is going to be in the top 20. We just pray to God it's going to be. It's like, it's the 4th British tour we've done this year.
Yep.
You know, we're on the verge of overexposing ourselves, but what I wanted to do was to put the icing on the cake, get you to a concert level, so we had the base in England, and we could then go abroad, knowing that we could come back to England in the future. You haven't got to tour England now for a long while.
When you put the tour together, who decides, you know, how many dates? Do you decide? Or does it
combination between me and Ian. It has to be how many dates we think you can do without killing you, covering the market properly, and also how many days you can have off, obviously, because you can't do 7 nights on the trot, else you lose your voice, and we have to cancel 3 gigs in between. You have to know the demands each group has. Like the Stranglers can work 25 gigs in a row, because that's the way they like to work, because they don't lose their voices. But you guys have to have like 3 on, day off, 4 on, day off.
It's great.
You keep doing all this
The
other
offshore
stuff
travelling
in
day.
between. You're meant to have days off, you see.
So who works out the ticket price?
I work out the ticket price.
And how's that done?
I decide it on the basis of your level of success and what other groups are charging across the board.
So that comes with just with comparing other people's situations and taking...
Yeah, I mean, it
experience for them.
obviously has to be thought about very carefully in terms of what age of audience is buying your records, how much they can afford to pay to come and see you.
Yeah.
Like the Kid Creole and the Coconuts, we charge a £6 ticket price because their audience are between 25 upwards. But when you've got kids of 13, 14 buying your singles, to go above £4.50, £3.50 in the provinces at this level of success, I think, is pushing it. I think our ticket prices are right at this time.